You're listening to Solosaurus Plays, a podcast where we play excellent solo games in narrative style for your listening and gaming pleasure, enhanced with sound effects, old-time radio style. This is episode 2. And now, here's your radio host / narrator / producer / whatever, just get on with the story already, Michael Eckenfels.
Welcome to another episode of Solosaurus Plays. I'm your host, Michael Eckenfels, and today we are continuing our saga of Rock Band, the solo RPG game that you can find on Drive-Thru RPG. That's THRU. Link in the description if you want to go check it out, or just Google it. You'll find it easily. This is a great game. We've had a lot of fun with it so far. At least I have. Hopefully you have too, especially if you're listening to this. So we are going to continue our band's attempts to climb to the top. And one thing that I did not mention in the last episode, and it's a rather large missive, and that is I did not mention the name of the band. How I did that, I have no idea. So forgive me if you've noticed that and you're wondering, sorry about that. Totally slipped my mind. So the name of the band doesn't impact anything, of course. You can name it anything you want. You name it something silly, crazy, offensive. Doesn't matter because it's all yours and it's your world, so do what you want. But I'm not going to do anything insane like that. There's plenty of rock band name generators or band name generator sites out there. If you are curious and you just want to mess around and get some random words together, go for it. That will do it for you. I came across several that I liked, but I decided to name this band 5 Odd Dog. Right. 5 Odd Dog. Not dogs plural, but dogs singular. I think I might have gotten some inspiration from 3 Dog Night, perhaps. It makes more sense, though, and grammatically correct that way rather than 5 Odd Dog. But there's 5 of us. It's kind of an odd group. And dog, I don't know, because dogs are awesome. So I don't know. There you go. 5 Odd Dog is the name of our band. And we are continuing our quest here in the month of, let's see what month it is. It is October of 1980. To remind you, we're at level 2 of 10 possible levels. We have 35 fans, but we can't do any gigs this month. So when I'm sitting here looking at the at what we can do, we of course have 5 actions we can do. Of course, got to do events first, but the 5 actions. We can't record because we're not rank 3. We can't tour because we're not rank 5. We can't look for gigs because we got busted by the cops in the last episode. So our little wild party turned into something crazy and we were asked to not perform for a while. I'd like to think our music is so good that they just couldn't stand it. So here we go. I think we have a couple of options, but I'll get into that in a second. So let's first look at the event chart and see what we can do. We're on the rank 1 to 3 monthly events. So I'm going to roll and see what we get here. That is an 8. So that is no unusual event. No events this month of October 1980. That's good. All right. So now we get into the action, the choose one action for the month. Again, no recording, no touring, no gigs. So we have to write original songs or rehearse. Now I'll go back to my rehearsal sheet here to see our band repertoire, or music repertoire. We have 11 songs. We know 6 of them. So that's 5 that we haven't learned yet. That includes ones that we've written, but we just haven't practiced to get good at it enough to perform. So I think the best option here is to rehearse, because we will have a chance at learning all of those new songs, hopefully, if we roll well, and then a few more cover songs. So we'll have that many and be able to push our song numbers up so that we can at least meet that prerequisite to make level 3. We need to do that. We need 12 songs and we need, 12 songs, and we also need 50 fans, I believe. Yep, 50 fans. And then we need a club gig as well. So any successful club gig, can't do that this month anyway, so I can't worry about it, but I can't worry about 50 fans either. Can't get there because no gigs. So no 12 songs. That one I can do, or I can try to do anyway. All right, so let's go to rehearse. Now this is a management role that I have to do. There's also one other thing that I realized. and I meant to tell you guys about it. When you have people writing songs in the band, it does make a difference who writes it. It is important. As I said, it's a matter of skill, but I think I might have alluded to, it doesn't matter if there's certain people who aren't writing it because of their skill set. The thing is, if somebody contributes to a song, then they are part of it. And the thing is, if you only have one songwriter write a song and then something happens to that person, they leave the band or expire or whatever, that song, well, expiring, it doesn't matter. But if that person leaves the band, that song goes with them. So you don't have that song in your band's arsenal anymore. If they pass away at some point, or they pass away, then you can still use it. But if they just leave due to an event, then it's going to impact you. You're not going to be able to use it. So that is important. So you might think, well, that's a good idea. If I got 5 band members, I might put all 5 on each song. But again, there's a certain formula to it. So I'm comfortable with having just the 2. Dee Jones, she's a great songwriter, by the way. Awesome. And then somebody else, either I think it was Leo or Rivera, perhaps. I'll have to look at that again, but I believe that's the 2. I'm not looking at the sheet right at the moment. I had to graduate my recording from my actual records recording to Word documents because, like I said, Google Sheets just kind of messed up on me. So if you're looking at doing the same thing, I highly recommend just using the Word format downloads that are actually provided on the website for this company that makes this game, Past Adventures. That's PAST Adventures.com, I believe. I'll put the link in the description again if you're interested in going there and looking at them or downloading them. So let's go ahead and do the rehearse action. Like I said, I was going to do 20 minutes ago. Let me pick a die here. So I have to roll against Rivera's management, which is a 4. I got a 2. That is excellent because that means we got less than the management score. And if that happens, we learn a number of songs equal to our band rank, which is 2, plus the best musician and characteristic of one of the band members. And that's Lohi, who has 5. So that's 7. And I was hoping for that result. So we have 7 songs we can learn. That means we learn all of our remaining songs, 5 remaining songs, which are, I believe, all originals that we wrote. Yeah, so To Beat Blues. Yes, learned Driving to the Stars. Yes, Striving Tattered Girl. Whoops, wrong column. Yes, Singing for Girl. Yes, and then Sweet Moon. Yes, so that's 5. Now we have 2 more that we can learn. I'm going to make those cover songs for sure, just because we haven't written any other songs yet, and that's a totally different action that we have to take for the month. So let me pause this for now and see what I can find. Okay, I've looked at the Billboard Top 100 for 1980, and we have decided to do covers of Crazy Little Thing Called Love by Queen. And then we need to roll and see how good our cover is of that song. And then Sailing by Christopher Cross, because it makes perfect sense to have a rock band do a cover of a easy listening Muzak elevator type song like Sailing by Christopher Cross, if you're familiar with it. All right, so let's see what our song score is for Crazy Little Thing Called Love. That is a 10 plus 4. Wow, okay, we're really good at this. So 14 for our Crazy Little Thing Called Love Queen cover. That's a good song score for that. Now, Sailing, let's see what we get for that. That is a 5 plus 4, so it's a 9. That's on the low end of average, but it's still average, not bad, so there we go. All right, so that means we now have 13 songs learned, and that means we will hit that prerequisite that we need, one of the 3 that we need to get to rank 3. So, good. That is outstanding. But the problem is we are going to lose fans this month because we don't earn any fans from recording sales, so we skip that step. Then we go to fan attrition. Any month in which the band does not increase to a new rank, which we did not, perform gigs, which we could not, or tour, which we still can't, the band suffers fan attrition, losing a number of fans as dictated by the rank, which is going to be 2d6. So the good thing about this is even if I roll boxcars and get 12, that'll drop us down to 23 fans. That's still enough to maintain our rank because you needed 10 to get to rank 2, and we have 35. So I'm not too worried about this, but it still kind of stinks to lose fans. We lost 5. All right, so that's not too bad. We're going down to 30 into the month of November. All right, 5 fans decided to move on and go listen to Rush or AC/DC or Rob Zombie or whatever it is that they wanted to do in 1980. So we are moving right along here to November of 1980, where we can do gigs, finally. And that's the real question here is, what do we want to do next? Do we want to rehearse, look for gigs, or write original songs? Well, gigs, of course. We've got more than enough songs to get to the next rank. Writing, we could just add to our repertoire, sure, but really the goal here, I think, is we need gigs. We need to get experience, and we really need to win that or get that club gig thing, because that would mean another prerequisite out of the way. So we are going to go to that. So let me see here. So there we go. Okay, so we are going to now determine how many gigs we can get. And again, that's a management role. So we're going against Rivera's management of 4. That is a 6.
What is wrong with you?
Wow. Okay, well, let's see here. Okay, well, that was a shame. That was not the way I'd hoped that to roll out there, but no gigs whatsoever in November of 1980. I guess everybody's trying to stay warm for Thanksgiving or something. I don't know. A roll of 6 always results in no gigs, even if you have a management of 5, because if you miss your management roll by 1, you still get to play a single gig, but a 6, forget it. So we're just automatically just out of luck there. But we can rehearse and learn one song or attempt to write a single song. So I think I'll do that. I think I'm going to write a single song because it's fun to do, and also it'll just add another one to our repertoire, and we don't really have anything else we can do at the moment other than that. So let me go to the song sheet and let's roll to see what we are going to write up this month. As we wallow in our tears in the back of the van or whatever it is that we drive around because we're just poor musicians. All right, so that is going to be inverb the noun. Inverb the noun. I just love that. This sounds like a game show. Inverb the noun. All right, so let's see what we got for inverb. Is going to be to show. So the first part is to show, and then the word the, and then we got a noun. Have a noun to roll. Let's see. Peace. Okay, to show the peace. P-E-A-C. All right, so we're going to put... Oh, and by the way, for Crazy Little Thing Called Love, I put D. Jones and Rivera. And then for Sailing, I put D. Jones and Leo. For this one, I'll do D. Jones and Leo. Also, that is November of 1980. Now I need to roll our song score and see how good of a song this is. Hopefully it's a good one. 8, not bad. 8 plus 4 is going to be 12. Yeah. Not good at math. So there we go. I had to think about it for a second. That's sad. Okay, so we didn't have a great month here. No gigs. Finally had a chance to find gigs, and nobody wants to touch us. So who knows what that is. Could be we still have the stink of authority on our hands and just can't find something. Nobody wants to touch us with a 10-foot pole. What happened at that party, by the way, to call the cops? Were we just playing awfully, or was there just some untoward things going on? I don't know. This is part of the imagination, I guess, and you can generate the story in your own mind. But here it's just no gigs. I got to record this. So we are going to go into December of 1980 with more fan attrition, which is not ideal, and that worries me a little bit here because of the fact, well, it's not too bad. We have 30 fans. Even if we lose 12, well, yeah, even if we lose 12, we'll be down to 18. We'll still have enough to stay at our rank. I really don't want to drop in rank. That would be bad. That would be terribly bad. So no sales, record sales, because we don't do that. We go right into the, I hate to do this, right into the fan attrition. 2. I rolled a 2. All right, so well, 2 fans down. That's not too bad. I guess that's maybe somebody's parents like, oh, they're not going to do anything with themselves. Let's just stop being their fan. Down to 28. All right, so December of 1980 It is cold. We are now about desperate to start getting some gigs because we're just going downhill with our fans. They're just not listening to us anymore. So we're going to look for gigs again this month and hope that we get a better role for Rivera. Nothing against her. She's a great manager, but she has a 2 charisma, doesn't she? If I remember right. Yeah, I think that's why I gave her a 2 charisma. When I was talking about the characters last episode, I didn't talk about my thought process here. I just thought she's got a higher management. She's really good at that, but that makes her probably a little more, what's the word? I don't want to say corrosive, but, just rubs you the wrong way, maybe. She's still a great drummer and great in all other aspects, but in this particular case, not the greatest in charisma. So maybe that's why she's too abrasive. That's what I was looking for. Abrasive. She couldn't she's just over the top and just couldn't get a gig for us, but we'll see what we get this time. And that is a 5. Which means we get 1 gig. So her management is a 4. If you miss by 1, you get a single gig. So, okay, I'll take it. It's better than nothing. That means we won't have any fan attrition, and we might actually gain some fans if we have a successful gig. So let's see. Where are we going to do this? Rank 2, neighborhood bands. Let's roll and see what we get. We get a local event in the park. Again. All right. So one thing I didn't do correctly in the last episode, and the designer of the game told me, which I'm grateful for. Thank you, by the way, if you're listening. I can't fail a gig by just rolling 1 failure. So there's 2 rolls you need to make. 1 roll with the band member with the best musicianship or vocals score, and roll against the band member with the best charisma score. If you fail 1, that doesn't mean you fail the gig, period. It means if you fail 1 and you succeed in the other one, it means you kind of have a neutral, well, you don't have kind of, you do have a neutral result. You only gain a number of fans equal to your band rank. So if we fail 1 of them, we get 2 fans. If we succeed, we'll get a heck of a lot more fans than that, obviously. But so let's go ahead and just jump into it. The best musicianship score is, of course, Loki, our resident metal bagpipe player. We are at 5 with him. So let's see what we get. That is a 3. So he succeeds. His musicianship side of things leads the band. Everybody plays well. But now we need to do charisma, which is Shreya. She is a 5. Let's roll against her. A 1. All right. That is a successful gig. That is great. So that means we gain 2d6 times 2 fans. And then also we get a gig event roll. So before we do the gig event roll, success roll, which hopefully is a good thing, I'm going to roll for a fan increase. And that is 2. Oh, that stinks. All right. Well, all right. So we're plus 2 fans. That's so sad. That's just the way it goes, right? It would have been the same as getting a neutral result, but we got a successful, technically, gig. So we're back up to 30 fans. So great. Wonderful. Now let's see if our gig event is successful. And hopefully we do something better there. Hopefully we actually get a good event. A 4 and a 3. So 4 and 3 is let it all out. Affects any pair with conflict status, member with group tension status, and randomly selected member, or the pair of lowest stamina and highest ego. A pair of band members get into a verbal altercation over love, music, drugs, politics, or faith. If both members succeed on a roll against stamina, the incident is diffused and conflict status, if any, removed. If one roll is unsuccessful, the 2 members get or retain conflict status. If both rolls are unsuccessful, each affected band member must make an ego roll or quit the band, regaining or retaining conflict status if they both remain. That is not good. That is not a successful event. If you succeed, this is terrible. Well, 2 whole fans and then this happens. All right, well, I guess it's bound to happen sooner or later. We have actually been working together since June. It's now December, so half a year. I guess tensions might come out at some point, so it makes sense in that regard. So we have to find, we don't have anybody with a conflict status already. We don't have anybody with a group tension status. So we have to go to the pair with the lowest stamina and highest ego. So let's see what we have there. Lowest stamina is Leo. Ego is 2 as well. I'm not sure what that means exactly. Pair of lowest stamina and highest ego. Well, that's Leo for sure, so I'm guessing Leo's going to be in there. Then otherwise, we have D. Jones, Rivera, and Shreya, each with a 2-3, 2 ego and a 3 stamina. So one of them is going to be conflicting with Leo, and I could see it being D just because they write a lot of songs together. Maybe they're arguing about that. So let me just roll a die. I'm going to assign 1-2 to D. Jones, 3-4 to Rivera, and a 5-6 to Shreya. I got a 2, so it's D. Jones. Of course it is. Well, okay, so D. Jones and Leo start getting into it over songwriting. They are not happy. I guess they want to go in different directions. All right, so how do we resolve this again? We have to roll against stamina. Oh boy, that's not good. I think it doesn't say here, but I'm guessing that I have to roll equal to or less than their staminas. And the stamina for Leo is 2, and for D it's 3. So I don't have great faith here. So let's see. Let's roll Leo first. He's the 2. I got a 2. Okay, well, that's good. I assume that's a pass. If I did that wrong, then hopefully the designer will tell me, but I think I'll take it. He's good. Now let's roll for D, who's a 3. So I got a 50-50 shot of this not growing into some major thing here. I really hope it doesn't. We're way too young a band to be starting some nonsense like this. A 3. Okay, good. Oh, man. This is stressful. Not in a bad way. It's just like, I just can't. This is crazy to have these kind of arguments already, but and 2 whole fans. At least we didn't fail, I guess. I mean, it's kind of fun in that regard, but we're back up to 30 fans. We are now in January of 1981 with 30 whole fans, rank 2, and we have a whole bunch of songs, and we still need to get some gigs because we need that club gig, and we need to have, what else was it? 12 songs. We have that. We need 50 fans and a club gig. So I don't think we're going to, well, no, we could. I mean, I guess if we have a good successful roll this time for our gig search, Rivera, I'm looking at you. We can really make up some ground on that, I think. So let's look for gigs again. But we got to do, I think I messed up. I don't think I did a random event. Did I in the last month? Oh well, it is what it is. Well, I think I did, and I think it wasn't no unusual event. So, well, let's roll and see what we get this time for a random event. All right, there's gonna be something. All right, that ain't working. Affects a randomly selected band member. Roll against the affected band member's ego. On a failure, the band member quits the band to pursue college, advanced study, or a full-time career. Lose 1d6 ladder fans. Ladder fans. What is ladder fans? I'm not sure what ladder fans means. I'm just assuming it means fans in general. So I'll just keep that the way it is as fans. So we must make, that's the other thing too. It says on a failure, the band member quits to pursue another life. And then it says lose 1d6 fans. So I'm guessing that if I fail the roll, then we lose fans. But if we don't fail the roll, we keep the fans because the person didn't quit. I assume you lose fans because that member would quit. And they're like, oh, I like that guy or I liked her. Why are they doing this? I'm not listening to this band anymore. That's okay. That makes sense the more I talk it out. So we have to do an ego. We have to do a random first. So I'm going to just roll a die 1 through 5. And if it's 6, I'll re-roll it. It is a 4. So that is Rivera. Rivera is getting angry now. She has an ego of 2. Oh, man. Here we go. 1. Oh, thank God. Okay. I don't want to lose anybody in this band yet. I know it's going to happen sooner or later, especially if they get bigger, but geez. All right. So another crisis averted. She doesn't leave, but we've got some obvious tension going on in this band. We need a success. And I guess that's probably part of the reason is not being able to gig and then not finding a gig and then finding only one gig. Rivera's probably getting mad because everybody's looking at her going, what's going on? Why can't we find something? I can totally see that being the story and how that folds out or how that gets generated. So that's kind of cool. All right. So let's see if we can look for some gigs. We've been so successful so far. We've just tried to do this again and again. So let me see here. All right, a 3, finally. Okay, so we rolled a 3 for Rivera's management, and that is lower than her 4. So that means we play a number of gigs equal to the manager's management score plus the band rank to a maximum of 8. So the management score is 4 plus the band rank 2. So we have 6 gigs. I guess that's making up for all of the missed time. So we're going to jump in a whole bunch of gigs, and hopefully we don't get the cops mad at us again or anything like that. So all right. So we are going to start our gigging. We got 6 of them to get through. And let's hope we get something good. So let me roll here. Yeah. A 5, local battle of the bands unpaid. Oh, that's a good one. All right. So if the concert is a success, we win the battle, earning extra 2d6 times rank fans and fulfill the club gig prerequisite for reaching rank 3. So that's good. That's awesome. If we win. If we win. All right, so let's see if we can get success here. We roll against the best musicianship or vocal score and against charisma, of course. So that's a 5 and a 5. That's 5 for Loki and a 5 for Shreya. So here we go. As long as I don't roll a 6. That's a 3 for Loki and a 5 for Shreya. So, okay, that is a successful okay. I need to keep this straight. So first off, let's roll for our successful gig fan game. The first roll of 2d6. That is a 7. That's pretty good. So let's add that. Let's do our second roll for the bonus for winning Battle of the Bands. And that's 9. That's awesome. Not as much as I had hoped to get, to roll a little bit better and reach 50 so we can increase in rank here, but that's okay. I'm good with this. That'll give us a chance to really push it here because we still have 5 gigs to go. And we've also met that requirement to get to rank 3 by having a successful club gig. So that's cool. Now let's go for our successful gig event, quote unquote, a successful event. 5, of course, there's going to be something. All right, let's see what we get here. In the Groove affects rhythm section of band. So that's Rivera. For 2 members of the rhythm section. Oh, okay, so that's Rivera and D. For 2 members of the rhythm section, typically bass and drums, roll for each against musicianship. If both rolls succeed, the band achieves a new disciplined sense of rhythm. Okay. Band gains 2d6 times 2 times rank fans. Okay. Increase any one band member's musicianship score that is below 4 by 1. Wow, that's a really good one. Okay, so we'll roll against D and Rivera. So that is a musicianship of 4 for D and then 3 for Rivera. She's actually a 4, but immaturity drops it to a 3. So let's roll Rivera's first, being a 3. Let's roll against hers. A 2. Okay, good. She succeeds. That's good. Now the hope is on D, so don't mess up D. Come on. A 4. There you go. Awesome. That's great. Okay, so that means we gain 2d6 times 2 times rank. So, wow, that's going to put us right over the top, man. So that's 8 times 2 is 16 times 2 is 32. We gain 32 more fans. That is 78 fans we have now. Wow. Wow, that's good. They argue, they make up, they come together. I don't know if it was those two, but Rivera, just in general. Wow, that's kind of cool. We just really rocketed up there, and I'm really scared now about going to these other gigs. Can we just quit while we're ahead, maybe? I don't know. Probably not. All right, well, that's all right. I know you don't rank up in the middle of your turn, pretty sure, so we're just going to keep going and doing what we are doing here and roll for another gig. So let's see and continue what we can do, and hopefully we can continue this success. 3 private party paid. I think the paid status only affects certain events. So if you have a paid gig, then you are going to be affected by a certain event, I think. I don't think it matters otherwise. We don't earn money in the game. So we just need to see if we have a successful gig here. So let's go to resolving. and roll against our 2 5s. I'm going to roll 1 die for Loki and 1 die for Shreya here and see what we get. A 5 and a 1. So Loki 5, Shreya 1. That is a success. That is another fan increase of 2d6 times 2. Actually, 2d6 times 2. That's 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So that's plus 6 fans for a total of 84 now. 84 fans we have for our little band 5 odd dog from a private party. So I'm guessing we won the local battle of the bands. That got us popular enough to be invited to a private party to play it for pay, which is great. And we are just gaining traction with fans now. That's really cool. All right, so let's see here. We have to roll for a successful gig event, which the last one was really cool, but I don't know. Let's see what we get this time. Oh, wow. Okay. Getting in tune affects all band members. For 2 band members with the best musicianship, roll for each against musicianship. If both rolls succeed, the whole band achieves a new rank of disciplined musicianship. Band gains 2d6 times 2 times rank fans. Increase any one... Oh, that's the one thing I didn't do. Increase any one band member's musician score that is below 4 by 1. So I didn't do that for the last event. Oops. So I get to add a 1 to somebody's musicianship. I think... Oh boy, that's hard. I think I would raise... The lowest one is Leo and Shreya. Jeez, this is rough. What do I do? I'm also tempted to raise Rivera's up to 5, which would make it a 4 because of the immaturity factor. I could raise Leo's to 4 or raise Shreya's to 4. I could make D's a 5 as well. I think I want to build up the others here. So I think because I've got this also for this event if we succeed, so that'll be a good thing. I'm going to put the 4 into Leo since he's the lead guitarist. We're going to say he's improved himself up to 4 now. Okay. That now means we need to roll against musicianship for the best musicianships, which is going to be Loki, and then Leo went up, so he's got a 4 and D has a 4. So we can roll against those 2. We haven't rolled against Leo's musicianship yet. I can speak. We haven't rolled against Leo's musicianship yet, so let's do that. But let's do Loki first at a 5. That is a 5. He keeps rolling right on the edge, man. He's just barely hanging on, but he's doing it, so that's good. Now Leo, that is a 4. Wow, okay. They just come out just enough to hit that. So getting in tune. They have succeeded. Now we gain even more fans. So 2d6 times 2 times rank. That's an 11. Oh, man. 11 times 2 is 22. Times 2 is 44. So we just gained 44 more fans. We have now gone up to 122 fans with the 44 there. And then somebody gets a +1 to musicianship, which is great. I'm going to make that Shreya. I'm going to make that Shreya. So we'll +1. She's now a 4. That makes everybody at least a 4, except for Rivera. But I think if we rank up this turn, which I believe we will, I'm going to remove that immaturity factor from her there. Because I did it for her management skill last time, I'm interested. I think I might do the musicianship part here as well. So awesome. All right. Well, we still have 4 gigs to go. We're eating up some time here, but it's still kind of fun. So I hope you're still invested in this with me. So let's go to rank 2 neighborhood band gigs and roll again. And all the success too means the bottom can just drop out at some point and we can lose a bunch of fans. Who knows who will insult or cause problems with. I just haven't gone that far into the game yet to see where this could go. So, all right. Number 2 is a roll of a 2 rather is a local event in the park unpaid. Let's see if we get a success. We're going to roll against musicianship and charisma. So that's Loki and Shreya again. So let's see what we get. A 1 and a 3. So Loki gets a 1 and Shreya gets a 3. So that is another successful gig. And we are now going to roll on our fan gain. 2d6 times 2. That's a 4. So that's 8 more fans, which puts us at 130 fans. We are just climbing on it, moving on up. to the side. All right, so now we have to do a event check, which I'm kind of squeamish about. Had good ones so far, but I'm still a little worried. Oh, that's a 6. So yeah, no event, unusual event. Okay, so that's all right. Now we'll go back here and do another gig. We have 2 more, 4, 5, 6, 3 more. Sorry, we're on number 4 right now. So let's see what we get here. Open mic night at club. So now we're going to see if our open mic night at the club unpaid is successful. We'll roll with Loki and Shreya again. As a 2 and a 1, 2 for Loki, 1 for Shreya. That is a success. They put on another terrific show, and they are going to gain us, well, the whole band, of course, is 6 more fans. Times 2 is 12, plus 12 fans for a total of 142 now. 142 fans. That's not bad. I can't wait to see what happens when the dust settles here. Now we have the successful event roll to make, and let's see where we go with that. That's a 6, so another no unusual event result. Now let's go back here and do our last 2. We are on gig number 5 of 6. Let's see what we get. Local event in the park again, but that's all right. Every little gig counts. Every success gains us fans. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all opportunity here. So let's see if we succeed at this one. 2 and a 2. Loki and Shreya come through once again. Another successful gig. We had a few bumps, but we're doing really well. Let's roll for a fan increase. 2. 2 times 2. We get plus 4 fans. That's all right. We got plenty. We have plenty of fans. I keep saying God. I got to stop doing that. I got to stop godding. All right. So we are at 146 fans now, and we have 1 more gig. But first, we have that event roll to make, which has treated us well so far, admittedly, but there's still some, we know there's some bad results in there. So that is that is going to be an event. I think I just did that one actually. Yep. In the groove. Effects rhythm section of band. Okay. So that would mean we're going to get really obnoxious here because we're going to gain, if we succeed, of course. I'm guessing I just need to go through with it. I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing wrong with getting even more in the groove, I suppose. But like I said in the first episode, there was going to probably be some repetition here, but having a repetition of a success is not a bad thing. I'm going to go ahead and implement it. I was first thinking, no, I've already done that this turn. I probably shouldn't. All right. Well, I don't see anything that says fans, or you can't do the same event twice in the same month. That's what I was worried about. Like it might say, if you get the same result, you can't do it. I'm just going to pass over that though. We're going to go ahead and do our test. So getting in tune, 2 band members with the best musicianship roll for each against musicianship. So that is going to be Loki, of course, and then either D or Leo. Since we did Leo last time, let's do D. So Loki will go first. Got a 2, and D gets a 5. D failed. Oh no, D. Oh no, what have you done? I think it's okay though. If both succeed, the whole band achieves new rank. We didn't make it. Totally fine. Having the same event happen and failing it at this time, I get it. We almost got there. We were just on the cusp of greatness, but that's okay. No hard feelings, D. Don't worry about it. It's cool. Let's go to our gig table now and see what our very last gig is for this month. If I can hold on to the die. All right, so we're doing another open mic night at the club, but this is unpaid, which we did one of these already. The die are fickle, so who knows, we might fail at this one. Let's see what we get. Okay, so 4 for Loki and a 2 for Shreya. That is a success, so we are going to gain another group of fans. Let's roll and see. As 8. 8 times 2, 16, plus 16 fans. For a grand total now of 162 fans. Now we have an event roll to do. One more event roll to do. I can speak. I keep flubbing my words when I'm trying to talk here. Sorry, I'm getting so excited. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I'm speaking in tongues. So, yep, that's going to be an event. That is a 6, so there's no unusual event. And the dust finally settles on this month. We are we had a fantastic month. That was really, really good. So let's go back to the steps. Earn fans from recording sales. We can't do that because we didn't record. So suffer fan attrition, which we do not do because we had plenty of gigs. Now we see if we go up. There's all kinds of points here to look at, but I don't think any of these really will affect us because a lot of them will affect bands that only have a certain number of fan levels. So you reduce your rank if your fan level drops below the threshold for the current band rank, which is not going to happen, obviously. Bands that drop to 0 break up. Bands that drop to certain levels break up. We're good, though, in all that regard. If the band has sufficient fans to increase to the next rank and has met all the prerequisites for the new rank, adjust the band's rank now and record it on the band chronicle sheet for the next month. If any band members have an immature rating, increase one characteristic for each band member to the mature value, market value, removing the value before the slash. So, okay, we are promoted to rank 3. Let's look at the band ranks first off here. So yeah, we have plenty for rank 3, which you need 50. To get to rank 4, you need 250. So we're not close to that, but we will because we gain traction, we get more fans, we get more exposure, we get other opportunities and actions that we can take. So we'll be able to grow the band better. That's pretty good. So we're a club band now. Club band at rank number 3. We know the 12 songs. We had the club gig that was successful, which was Battle of the Bands, which counts. So there we go. This is good because that means we're going to have the option of recording, and that we can do that in February of 1981, which will be the next month. So the next turn will be February 1981, 3 levels, or level 3 rather, and then 162 fans to start with. So I am going to stop this episode here. This was a fantastic turn. It started kind of funny and we kind of wiggled around trying to find gigs, kind of floundered, and then hit some success and really took off. And that's really cool to see happen. I can see the exact opposite occurring as well. Falling on your face, failing, burning into just a meteor splashing down and just self-destructing. I mean, I could see all of this happening just from the inkling that I've gotten from some of the events. So this has been a good episode. I've enjoyed playing this, and I hope you guys are enjoying hearing this. And again, if you really want to do it for yourself, go over there to Drive-Thru RPG and get a copy of it. It's less than $3. It's worth it, I think, even for the full price, which I think is 6 or 7. So go check it out if you want. The author also has other titles out there as well. So that's it for right now. Episode number 2 of Solosaurus Plays for Rock Band, the solo RPG story generator. I thank you for listening, and again, please give me feedback if you like this and want to hear more of them. If I don't hear anything, I'm going to keep doing it because I'm having fun. So we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening.